Welcome to my show. You know, Larry King's life story is a lesson in persistence. Coming from a welfare background, surviving 2 bankruptcies and several heart attacks, he has beaten the odds and become a superstar talk show host. Now on his 6th marriage, Larry and his actress-singer wife, Shawn Southwick, visited me and we discussed the highs and lows of his amazing life story.
At this stage in your career, how would you assess where you are?
Well, I'm on this show.
Larry King is the most widely seen talk show host in the world. A record-breaking 1 million viewers a night watch his program on CNN.
Oh, my God.
He's been hosting Larry King Live for 8 years. And in that time, he has interviewed more than 40,000 guests. The talk show became CNN's signature program. Why? Because Larry brings us the world's greatest political leaders.
I don't read about my period of life except my own books.
He brings us Hollywood's greatest legends.
Why do you like seeing other people?
Well, probably because I'm not so crazy about myself.
He brings us historic events.
I described it one time as like standing at a crap table, you throw the dice in the air.
And he brings us laughs.
If she can carry a gun, good as any mother's son.
You're singing my part.
This year, the Talkmeister's popularity brought him a phenomenal $35 million contract with CNN for the next 5 years. Not bad for a guy from Brooklyn named Lawrence Harvey Ziegler, whose family was on welfare when he grew up. In the late 50s, Larry came to Miami with $13 in his pocket, changed his name to King, and pursued a radio career. For years, he hosted local radio and TV shows and wrote newspaper columns. In the mid-80s, he caught the attention of CNN's founder, Ted Turner, who brought him to the fledgling cable news network, where he has been ever since. In addition to his show, Larry has written several bestsellers. Mr. King, You're Having a Heart Attack, based on his own medical experience, The Best of Larry King Live, and his most recent, Future Talk. He also continues to write a column for USA Today. His women are as numerous as his career projects. He's been married 6 times, twice to his second wife, has 3 children, and had a long-term romance with actress Angie Dickinson. Last year, he got married for the 7th time. His wife is singer-actress Shawn Southwick, who joined us as Larry and I talked about how they met, whether they'll have children, and who his best and worst interviews have been.
Who was your favorite out of all of them?
That's hard because there was probably Sinatra, for a combination of reasons.
Yeah.
1, he was hard to get. 2, he was a great interview. Not a good interview, a great interview. He responded. He had all the things you want in an interview. You know this, you've done it. You want 4 things from any interview subject. You want passion, passion.
I got that from you.
You want an ability to explain what they do very well. Sinatra could put you right on the floor with him, right singing, right there. Sense of humor, and essential, and a little chip on the shoulder. If they get that little bit of anger, then you have that hesitancy. Can I go here with them, or can I go there with them? Will they? And that, the audience senses that too, and they want that. Most people have 3 out of 4. If you got, Sinatra had all 4.
And the hardest?
Oh, it was the late Robert Mitchum, Draw Me to Drink.
Oh, he did?
Robert Mitchum is the worst curse an interviewer could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
You know? Every answer was yes or no. And you know, there's a secret in interviewing. You'll learn this along the way.
Oh, yes, teach me.
Secret.
Teach me, teach me.
If a sentence begins with why,
Yes.
question begins with why, cannot be answered in 1 word. Except Robert Mitchum. I asked him, a question began with why. His total answer was, because.
And the most fun interview?
Oh, Rickles all times.
Oh, Rickles.
Don Rickles has done, well, we go back, I'll tell you how far we go back.
Yeah.
We go back 38 years. I used to do a morning radio show at Pumpernicks, a restaurant in Miami Beach. Don Rickles would dress as a busboy, come through the restaurant, and make remarks about the clientele. Lady, you want butter? You really want butter? Lenny Bruce was on once. We had Lenny and Don on together. It was one of the great hours in radio history. I don't think it exists anymore. The tape probably broke, but it was a riot. Lenny had a prison uniform from Rayford. A friend of his had smuggled him a prison uniform. Lenny was wild.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the prison uniform. You know, he's got the cap and the whole thing with the stripes. And I said, why do you wear it? He said, I like to go up to cops and ask directions while I'm wearing this. Now, why? He says, because you really get to study cops. Because the cop will look at you like, is this an escaped convict?
Now, my intimate conversation with Larry and Sean King continues.
Now I know the secret of why you've always got a smile on your face. You walk in today, you've got your beautiful wife.
I'll tell you, there's something, there are joys, rewards, and downsides to being in love with a beautiful woman. And the downside is beautiful women have to maintain their beauty. And so she's...
The paputzing is what he's talking about.
She does a lot of... For an ugly girl. Ugly girl goes in the bathroom, put in a lipstick, a little powder, you're out of the house, right? You're never late.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl have to maintain a standard.
What I want to know is, where did you two meet? You going to tell me, Sean?
I'll tell you. We met in front of Tiffany's. I was coming out, he was coming in, and we
bumped into each other.
Acknowledged each other.
But didn't say anything. It was sort of like one of those
No
Jackie
words.
Collins, page 13. It was...
But you knew who he was.
I knew who he was, yeah.
Then what? Then I went up and around.
You went up and around, and I went around the block and was going past the other exit to Tiffany's, and
we bumped into each other.
He came out the back door.
And then I said to her, if this keeps up, we're going to be in the tabloids.
So you better get out of here quick.
And then she told me that she was going to Utah. It was right before Christmas of '96.
Yes.
She was going to Utah for the holidays. Her family is a Mormon family, and they moved to Utah from LA. And we had a brief conversation. I said, well, call me at the hotel. She called me, and we made a date for dinner, and we scheduled the dinner. We both had to be in New York. So I told Al Pacino about this girl I met, right? And that I'm taking her this Saturday night in New York. I'm nervous, right? So we go to dinner, Coco Pasa's, really lovely place in New York.
I know it.
About 10 o'clock, Maitre D comes over. Call for you, Mr. King. I go over, it's Al. He says, would it help if I came over? It couldn't hurt. So he and Beverly D'Angelo came over, and we're having like dessert. And suddenly, hey, Larry, how are you? I went up 10 pegs.
Well, she knew who you were, but who did you think she was? Had you seen her in any of her acting roles?
I had not seen her, but she acted on many sitcoms. She hosted her own show on USA, right, on cable. She had a major infomercial with Patricia Presley. Priscilla Presley. She invented this hair extension piece. But I don't watch infomercials.
Yes.
I didn't watch the Access show, the Hollywood show, Inside Hollywood.
Hollywood Insider.
Hollywood Insider.
See?
Let me ask you a really rude question. Were you between engagements at the time?
You said you wouldn't do this to me. No, I tell you something very interesting.
That's a valid question.
I did an interview.
Sean's married to you now. She doesn't care what happened before, do you?
No, she doesn't. I did an interview with David Frost in November, 1 month before I met her.
Yes.
In which I said, put this on record. It was like Bush saying, read my lips. I will never marry again. I'm not good at it. The institution just doesn't fit for me. That's it. That's it. Forget it for me. Then I met her and changed. But I would consider this my first real marriage. I really do. I never felt married like I do to her, because she's also, I never had a wife who was a friend.
I told him I wasn't ready. I was just not ready. And I said, if you want to be my friend, you know, be my friend. And he truly was my friend. Very patient, and he let me get ready.
But how did you know that she was the one?
Well, that's a good question. It's hard to answer. How do you know? You know, because I don't think Shakespeare understood the answer to that. What is love? What is love? I mean, what is it? Is it lust? Yes.
Yes.
Is it respect? Yes. Is it caring? Yes. Is it putting someone, if not ahead of you? No, I don't think anyone puts someone ahead of them. Putting them on an equal par with you. In other words, that you will do things. For example, I go to Mormon services with her. Trust me. I'm a Jewish guy. I have a lot of respect for Mormon services. I go because it pleases her. But it was almost instant with her. We have a very tight bond, right? Even though we have an age difference.
Well, that doesn't matter, though, does it?
No, if she dies, I get another girl. That's an
Larry
old
jokingly told me that if he goes before Sean, they agreed on a secret pact.
She inherits everything.
Yes.
With one proviso. I want to be cremated.
Yes.
I want to be put in a little box.
Yes.
I want the picture on the box
yes.
with a constant tape recorder of my shows playing, okay? The urn has to burn 24 hours a day, and she can never be without it. Now, here's the reason for this.
Yes.
It's a year after I'm dead.
Yes.
She's ready to go out. She goes out, meets a guy,
Yeah.
nice guy,
Yeah.
have a little attraction,
Uh-huh.
comes over to the house,
Yeah.
guy goes to the bedroom.
Yeah.
What's that? That's Larry. He's gone. He's gone. Would you stay in a room with an urn?
But it was clear to me, Larry intends to stay around for a long time.
Now, do you two want to have kids? Do you want to have a family?
Yeah, I would. Sean, I have 3 grown children and 2 grandchildren. Sean has a 16-year-old boy. She'd like another baby, and I miss kids. I liked fatherhood a lot. I liked watching little people get bigger, and in fact, I miss, this is crazy for my age, I'm 64, I miss the sound of a baby. I miss the smell of a baby.
Now I have one last question to ask both of you, and it starts with a why, and it's why do you think you'll be together forever? You answer it first, Larry.
I think we'll be together forever because I could never conceive of life without her.
And Sean?
He won't be here that long. No, I'm kidding.
Larry!
I take it all back!
And on that note, I'm going to thank you.
Kidding.
Yeah, they know you're kidding.
I love him. I would never
I
want to
know.
be with him. He makes me so happy.
And
And we
you-
laugh all the time.
You've both made me very happy today. You're a great couple. And
You're a great host, Jackie.
Terrific.
You're right in with this, man. I give you, no, this is
Yeah.
not easy to have been a guest all your life and be a host. You're a great host.
Thank you very much,
Keep
Larry.
it, stay with it.
I will.
Write
Thank
a
you,
book.
Sean.
Don't forget, newest book, page
Jackie.
26.